That's it. I've got my hot water bottles. I've had to turn the light on because, again, it's another dingy, overcast UK day. Just listening to a documentary. Quite a good one this morning. Michael Francis meets Dave Courtney at Camelot Castle. Bit of advice I've just heard, so I paused it, run it back a little bit, so I'm just going to let it play in the background.
Yeah, to even become what we've become, and
Marnie's been treated to having his ears washed out.
You know, there's no doubt about it. I mean, the night I got married, it was very exhilarating for me. But again, you know, then you look back and you say, okay, a few of those things, maybe I do regret them. But hey, listen, you know, as a person of faith, and you know, I consider myself that at this point in time, we always realize we can't go back and change the things that we've done. We can only do better in the future, and maybe have those regrets and not ever repeat them again. And that's how we move forward.
I don't want to copyright it, so it's fair use.
For me, you know, I've been doing this for 25
Just listening
years,
to a bit of advice and pointing it out to others.
A great organization that we're supporting.
But you might as well hear it from the men themselves, because they're telling you.
Or God forbid something worse, and you know, that's the only end in sight. That's how it is.
I've already said to my sons about that sort of shit. Now listen.
Do what we've done. You're not competing against a Sherlock Holmes policeman no more. You're trying to beat technology. Yeah, and you cannot beat technology. Right? That will put you in prison. So today is not the time to go down the gangster route. Yeah, the word gangster is a very theatrical, old-fashioned word. Like knights in shining armour, pirates, cowboys, gangsters. They're
right, bitch.
An infamous naughty men of the past, and there isn't no more. There's just prisoners. So crime is the wrong route for anyone today, and that's from people here that know what they're talking about. Yeah, they know what we're talking about. I couldn't have said it any better. Dave said it right. You're not fighting law enforcement like you did at one point in time. It's all about technology. They've got all the weapons. They've got all the laws in their favor, and it's a dead-end street. It's like banging your head against the wall. It doesn't pay.
So I know you don't have a lot of time here.
It might pay for a little while.
How much more of the tour have you got to
then
do?
you get caught.
You can still get tickets and everything, can't they, for the tour?
We have, I think,
you draw attention by what you do.
Coming in Essex and then Milton Keynes. Very excited because Dave will be with me in Essex for sure. We're going to have a great time. It's been a wonderful experience for me.
Well, I never
just
returned to
being here
it.
for the past 6 or 7 weeks,
See what
meeting
was
everybody,
coming.
and seeing how well people have really taken to every event. So we're excited about it. You know, going to look forward to finishing it up and moving on. But Dave, what do you think? Yeah, listen, everyone's actually buzzing about his show in Essex. Essex is a notoriously flash but naughty boy area, ain't it? Right? And there's an opportunity that you mustn't miss here. What he's talking about that car outside, the sexiest car in the world. Yeah, it could be yours for £20. Right, 20 quid is for a ticket. Don't let that one slip through your hands. You've got to be in it to win it. So for 20 quid, you could drive away in an actual real dream. Right? It is sexual. Getting in it makes you want to talk like him. You dirty rat. No, you can't help it. You can't help it. So don't waste the opportunity. 20 quid and drive home in that. And that was the car of choice. I never thought I'd see one over here in the United Kingdom in England, but that was the car of choice of all the big guys back then. 1972 Lincoln Mark IV. You got to go for it. I sat in it and wanted to come out of retirement. I just sat in it and wanted to come out of retirement. You know what? That's why I won't sit in it. I'm afraid I want to go back. But anyway,
nice to have you.
Great. Dave,
nice
thank you. Man. All right, my man. Thank you
very much.
Very nice.
That's great.
Very nice.
Can't believe I had to come all the way to the United Kingdom to see.
Well, if you're over 50, don't even think about life insurance until you hear this. You know, many people in the life insurance...
Fuck off with
to see a Lincoln Mark IV. Haven't seen one of these in years, but it was our preferred car. I had a Mark III, Mark IV, Mark V, you name it. We always preferred Lincolns over Cadillacs, you know, back in the day. Let me tell you why. Much smoother and softer ride. So when we had special package in the trunk, you know, we didn't want it to rattle around too much, so this was great. Nice soft ride, but great car. And listen, it's your chance to own one. Now, And again, come all the way to the United Kingdom to see one of these. Your chance to own one. Here it is. All the details are there. Get your tickets now. They're going fast, but you get a chance to own this car. And
yeah, so I'm going to pause it now because it's just an advert, isn't it? But you see what I'm saying. So don't think that when you're communicating, you ain't being listened to. That when you're posting stuff on Facebook, you ain't being monitored. When you're using your little chat language or whatever, that they ain't worked out already. Yeah, as soon as you start using sub-languages, their ears prick up straight away. Which is why I use music as a sub-language, because it could mean fucking anything. Unless you know the person and how the person's thinking, you will never work out that language. You might assume you have, but you will never work it out. Not even an AI will work it out. Because it's memory based, isn't it? Memory and emotion based. And if they assume a memory, they've got it wrong straight away. Right, so you've got people from that life telling you. You've got your informants around you. You've got spies. You've got people encouraged to monitor and spy on people. You've got, hard-pressed people that are being offered money to keep an eye on someone. Yeah, and then you can see them at the local shop gambling away because they've been playing on that addiction. Right? So they're easy to work out who they target. When I was on probation, it was like, I think it was Donna, the probation lady. She even turned around blatantly to my face and said, like, well, wouldn't you prefer a little bit of extra cash in your pocket? It's like, no, because I know what you're fucking asking. So I just said, no, quite happy with what I'm given. I don't need any extra from you people, thank you very much. I don't take money from Christians, because taking money from Christians always comes with a fucking string attached to it. I bet that little bit of money what you're trying to offer me there, Donna the probation lady, was to entrap someone else or for information that you wanted from me. So, no, fuck you, I'd rather jump off a building, thanks. Which she very nearly made me do. There you go. So I'm very aware that that's how they get people and how they use people. But I'm just not of that ilk. Which is kind of why they said I was hostile and a threat. Because I wouldn't play ball with them. Because you can't win the game playing by their rules, can you? And I'm free to talk about it now. So they are the corrupt I was talking about. Yeah, I couldn't even be bothered to turn the camera on last night. I just left it off. Didn't need it on. I know who's been doing all the sleep deprivation work for the system and why they've been doing it. It's not about going to work, it's a tactic. They used it before, so it's now a repeating pattern. So I know what they're doing it for, to force a mistake. Yeah, make him go and get something to help his sleep. Nah, well, he's just going to let you torture him. He's going to show it all publicly while you're doing it, just to prove his point of what you did to him before. Which is why I'm talking in the third person here. And then last night, after what I'd been posting yesterday, I had a bit of a sleep issue going on, which was exactly the same as what someone used to do to me after pressing my buttons. So I know it was her that was trying to do it. So I just reversed it and sent it back to the sender. That was the end of the photo smasher. Because it was all aimed at that set of people by the person that was taking the photo. Got it now? That was the jealous person behind the camera that took the photo. Just letting me know she can destroy it if she wants to. Yeah, well, good for you. That's what your ultimate goal was. You've exposed it. So that's two relatives you did that to. You only targeted him because he knew all about the first one. Because I told him. And you did say to me, didn't you? The one behind the camera. You should have kept your mouth shut then. Oh, really? You hurt people I love and loved. You think you can get away with that? You've got to meet your creator yet. So don't fear me. Don't fear what I can say or do. Fear that. So, am I in a state of peace and love? She's not living in my head, is she? She can try and affect the animals like she's done in the past. That's how I can spot it. That's why they're good little gin hunters. They show the change in the energy before it happens. Then as soon as you can spot it, you know what's going on. I watched as Willow was affected and she was walking around not being herself. She was walking around like a blind rat, licking all round the skirting boards like she couldn't make her way round the hallway, but she could see me, and she was looking not confused. She was, I had to give her a good tap to snap her out of it a couple of times, and then it happened again, and then again, and then again. So I calmed her down, calmed myself down, and reversed it. And then she tried the sleep deprivation thing, knowing, because I've been posting about the sleep deprivation. So there was the trap already set for her to try. Got it now? So I don't need a long-winded video about it all today, do I? Because that took up 2 hours of her time yesterday watching it. Right? Because she's worried. My brother knows all about it. So, the truth's already out. She can't hide it. So she's constantly worrying. Now she's suffering from the isolation, what she did to other people, and it's... there you go. So that's why it's all happening to me at the moment. And I'm trying to be reset up again. That's why all that's going on. Because it's always to do with something I'm loving. To try and keep me in that negative state. So, it's not working, is it? And there's something randomly moving to try and distract me. Right, so what we got to do this week? We've got to get the ball rolling with the legal cannabis being prescribed to stop the police, the corrupt council and the corrupt landlords from their stupid little game. Which you heard me say in a video where they tried to force their way into my life again while I was recording a video. And you heard me tell them, well, this is what you did. This is what you're doing. These are the reasons for your constant checks. It's all about suspicion of a crime, isn't it? And then that sets up a situation where they can abuse the Investigatory Powers Act to snoop in your life and come round your house and snoop round your house, see what you got, see what you're doing. Well, we just come round and check that and check this electronic device and blah, blah, blah. All under the guise of council regulations, which is government, isn't it? So, there you go. They're using technology to do exactly what the people on the video was telling you. Still nothing illegal going on here. So it's all a waste of time. Right? If I turn football up or if I turn music up, they can't hear. So why is he keeping things silent while he talks? You may ask. So they can hear me telling other people. What they do. What technology they placed in everyone's houses to listen to everybody. So when you do something naughty, they can then say, well, suspicion of this, suspicion of that. So we can now use that technology with someone's permission to spy in that house using the 5G grid. Right? Which then makes the actors they use a little bit uncomfortable because all their ranting has been caught on the same technology. And sooner or later, if they've used actors and they don't want it known that they've used those actors, they will clean up that situation to get rid of any proof of what they've done if they're trying to keep it top secret. So if that is classed as a threat to them, that then gives them the power to kill that person if prison or mental homes have failed. So, yeah, see you soon, Dan. Because they will try. And am I worried about it? Not in the slightest. I welcome it. Kept my soul pure, didn't I? From their corruption. Didn't play along with it. The reason why they did it failed because they didn't get what they want. The information they was after, they didn't get it. They're never going to get it. So there you go. Torture me, kill me, it don't make no difference to me. That's why I gave the creator a choice in that courtroom. Let me live or take my life now. You're my judge, not them. And I was allowed to live because I had a job to finish. And we're not talking about a work of any description for the system. We're talking about a task that I was set that's ongoing. And there's nothing they can do with that because the energy is still coming to the slider. So, more CMEs, more plasma streams, more energy coming at the earth. While what was created is all being destroyed to be remade anew without them as being part of it for what they've done and what they're doing on this plane of existence. So there you have it. So keep on track with what you're doing on your journey. Keep shining brightly. You can't go far wrong. You get drawn into dramas, you're getting sidelined. Yeah? And I say that in the kindest possible way. Otherwise I'd be doing the same, wouldn't I? People say this about me, people say that about me, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a da-da-da-da-da. Really? Okay. Well, if you want to make me riled up and you want me banging on doors, no, it's not happening. Because I know it's a trap. I could be the old person I used to be, go kick someone's door in, take what's mine back. be the nasty, horrible bastard that I used to be, but I made a conscious choice to be a better person, change my life when I moved up here. But to the system, you can never change because you are always going to be like that. And they don't like it because they only see what they think they see, which is their account of you. So they set up situations to try and force you to be that person again. So they've got their claws in you. And to do that, they have to set you up. And when the setups don't work anymore, then they class you as a real threat. Oh, Willow. Oh, are you feeling all as though you got to be really close to me today? Because you didn't like what was done to you last night, eh? And I spotted it straight away, didn't I? So that's why